Hey guys, sorry about that. We had a little technical issue, but we're back. We will give another minute or two for people to rejoin us. If I can get people back in. Always some guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. We had a little technical issue, but we are back now. Give everyone another minute or two to rejoin us. Yeah, let me get you in here on you. Do not try to log into. Well, on the events of this week, I guess this is a kind of a minor issue to restart a Twitter chat, huh? Anyone else? Okay. We got a couple of people in here now. Hopefully, some more roll in here. But if anyone does have a question, please raise your hand and ask to speak. We have OG stars in here and Anya in here, so I will requesting you to speak, Anya. But OG stars, can you tell us? This is your first NFT collection, right?
Yeah, it's my first one, so it's been a cool learning experience. Like learning like how the layers generate and how you got to be careful with when generating the layers because even one little thing can mess things up. And how it gets uploaded to IPFS and how all that works. I don't know much about the dev stuff, but I've been learning as I go. Yeah.
Are you an illustrator or an artist by
So and the visionary, but like yeah, so the vision and the art, but the final art piece is from my friend Tio, and that's where all the details come to life, basically. But I kind of with the rough sketches.
Yeah, I know. You guys are very talented.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what was very challenging for you? Was it the scripting to get everything up? You seem to be pretty confident from what I've seen.
Yeah, well, the scripting part was what my friend, but also I don't know why in the other chat that we were in, I was having issues uploading it to the NFT storage. So I tried that for an entire day, and for some reason I kept having issues. But with the pinata, it went super smooth, and there's a small fee for it, but it's not even that much money, so it's not a big deal. But that was probably my biggest worries for me personally was just like getting the metadata and uploading it all properly because it'll, especially with the large collection. I mean, my collection is not that large, but 2,000 pieces is still got to be careful when putting that all together. But other than that, it's been pretty
Yeah, using the Stargaze tools is pretty straightforward for you.
yeah. And we're gonna launch the public one here soon, and we just wanted to make sure because once that's set, there's no reversing it. So that's why I'm just trying to be super cautious.
Gotcha. And Anya, for you, it was a pretty smooth experience to upload again. This is I guess, your third collection on Stargaze.
Yeah, it's a third collection, and well, it's been smooth because I wasn't the one doing it. We have a developer working with us, and he's been super good and consistent and very helpful. So, and he's the guy running Starlight. So basically, Starlight is supporting Anyo, and I forgot to say this earlier, like, because we're doing an NFT giveaway competition. It's too late to enter the competition now, but we picked the four sort of top contestants, four people who wrote poems or interpretations of piece number 13 of Annual Part 2. And so the poll is open now. And so people will vote. So you guys can head over to Starlight's Twitter and vote for the one that you like. And then the two top choices will be the finalists, and then the Annual team will pick the winner. So for each annual official part, so like even for part 3 and part 4, piece number 13 will always be a part of a NFT competition that we will run.
Okay, that's very cool. Yeah. So, I mean, your art is very fine art and not really accessible to everyone, just because it's so fine and rare. So it's nice to hear an opportunity for people to earn it.
Yeah, and we also from now on we won't run any whitelists for the official parts or for the side collections. Only for the Z creature, which is 1,000 pieces. There we will have a whitelist for maybe 10% of collections. Another thing I wanted to say that I forgot earlier is that with the website and with the second or third stage of the website, where you can connect the wallet to the website, you will be able to order prints, physical prints of the annual piece that you own the NFT of. So that's also something we're working on, and we're figuring out the logistics of that right now.
That's very exciting. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. If you guys haven't checked out Anyo's website, have a look. Is it anyo-nft.com?
Yes, exactly. Annual dash NFT hyphen. The same thing as that dash.
Yeah. Dash hyphen, same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, if anyone has any questions for these guys, we also have Shane on now, so we could take technical marketplace questions. Please request to speak. You've got some very talented people in front of you that dying to answer your question. Anya, can you give us a little glimpse into the vision of the Anya universe? Like, what are some words you would use to describe it?
I don't know, fantastic. And I think for me personally, it's reflective. Like I when I look at and that's why I really fell for this universe, and why I really wanted to work with it. When I look at the pieces, I see a lot, and I see a lot of myself, and things that I have gone through. And so I sometimes I just like, and there's also so many details. So it's some of them are very intricate. So I can really sit and look at them and reflect. And so I think that's the biggest thing for me. That I also think that I mean, I've heard this from a lot of people in the community, that they see it as a reflective thing. And I've made a test print. I have a test print of like a physical print of one piece at home, and it's really amazing. And I think that will be something really nice to have these printed big, and I think you can just sit and look at them, and you can disappear in the details. And there's also a lot of motion in the art, and so I think that's the biggest thing for me personally. But yeah, that's also an interpretation and how you see it.
Yeah, I want to invite anyone who has seen Anyo's work, or is interested in, who owns one, to come up and tell us what they see or what they interpret from the piece. Anyone?
Yeah, I think that would be really nice, and that's also why with the competitions that we have, I've been wanting people to share a bit, and that's why we've asked people to write a poem, or to write their interpretation of the image. I didn't want to do just tag us and follow and retweet or whatever, because and with the website, and later on we want to bring in the people in the community, and to share, because I think that's what it's really about. It's about reflecting, looking at this art, reflecting and sharing. That is what Esoj Luna is doing. He's seeing, I mean, he's experiencing his life, and then he's sharing his experiences in these arts.
Right. Yeah. As a true artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, guys. Any questions for these guys? Please do ask. Just reminding people who have shown up that you are welcome to ask questions for the creators, and the marketplace that will be launching. Just request to speak, and you will be granted.
Who's excited about the marketplace?
We are, and I know a lot of people are, because they keep asking us questions.
I know a lot of you here are OGs. You've been around since Stargaze launched. So commend everyone here for sticking around, helping us out, coming to all these Twitter spaces, giving us feedback. It's been incredibly useful, incredibly helpful. So appreciate it.
Yeah, we do have. Sorry, yeah, we do read every single thing you guys post, especially on the Discord. So all your suggestions and questions are very, very appreciated. Fahim, yeah, you had a question?
Yeah. First, I just wanted to say, so I'm a little bit newer to the Stargaze space, in particular. So I had a few more basic questions. Earlier, it was mentioned that there was 2 play-to-earn games that were being considered, and that there's a lot of time and energy and a lot of like detail that goes into the building. I was wondering, what were those big considerations? Yeah, just we're looking and we're working on a project. I'd just be curious to hear what those considerations were.
So we actually shared the document of the ideas. Like I said, they were just ideas because I always like to brainstorm and just put them and document them, just to, like I said, get people's opinions. But basically, one game was going to be a 2D retro game where it's very simple and it allows for like basically mass adoption, where people could just download it and they upload their NFT or their avatar, and they just move up, down, left, right, and able to shoot up, down, left, right, and it's basically like a battle royale up to 100 players. So people could play for free and see who's best, or actually open lobbies that allows you to put a certain amount of stars in escrow, and then you adjust that lobby to how you want it. So whether the top 20 players win or the top 3 players win, or if it's a free for all, or if it's a 50 versus 50, or stuff like that. And then the contract automatically at the end of the match kind of distributes the funds to the winner. So it's kind of like a huge battle royale P2E game that allows you to bring your NFTs to life. But like Ruan said, when I uploaded that thing in the hodler chat or whatever, those things take a long time to develop. But like I said, I like sharing ideas and just to get people's opinions on it. And then the other one was specifically for the OG stars, where there's a popular game called Slither.io, right? Where you just collect these little trails. You enter a server, and there's like hundreds of people in the server, and you basically just eat little items throughout the map, and you get larger and larger. And your goal basically becomes to trap other small snakes and stuff. So I was going to create one, or thinking of creating one, called Star Trails, where you collect a bunch of tiny stars throughout this map, and people could join at any time with their OG stars. And basically, instead of a snake getting longer, it would be the OG star getting larger with a bunch of star trails behind it. And it would be the same concept as the Slither.io popular game.
I've played before. That sounds awesome. So I think specifically then, like if I wanted to create something like that through Stargaze, and say you already have the stars, and put that into place, like what would be the high level process? I think is more, is what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much, like I said, I'm not a dev, so I wouldn't know how much what's the hardest part or the easiest part, and things like that. But
Yeah. To get something like that done, you need a custom contract, and that you just have to, like a dev would have to submit, like would have to build the functionality and then submit the contract to governance. And so that's how you kind of build these custom games and stuff like that on top of something.
and then so basically, and we would want to kind of reward developers and designers. So people that designs different maps, whoever plays on that specific map and creates a lobby on that map would get like 5% of the fee. So for example, if there's 100 players and they each bet 1,000 or even 10 stars, right, for a big pot, the developer of that map would get always a certain percentage every time a match completes. So it would kind of encourage developers to develop more maps and things like that. And and what else was I gonna say? There's another project that I'm working on. It's called IBC Citizen, which I'm gonna airdrop to all Stargaze people who either want airdrops for the OG Stars Club or minted. And basically, what my plan with that is to stake most of those coins from the sales for those, and kind of reward and bring in people that want to influence the space and help grow and help encourage developers to come help, and kind of like reward them for each time they help develop a contract or design and stuff with the staking rewards that are generated from those sales, or people that just want to provide from their for free because they want to see it grow. But we're always trying to find ways to reward obviously the developers or designers and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm mostly just the brains and like visionary, if you want to call it that. And like I said, my brain is just always thinking of ideas and how things can improve, and it just never shuts down. And these two things have been just on my mind for a long time. Now with the IBC and the blockchain space evolving super fast, and seeing how these P2E, there was like those initial P2E games, but a lot of P2E games have been developing and improvising the tokenomics. So it's gotten to the point where there are really good tokenomics for certain P2E games that kind of go off of. But with this battle royale and uploading your NFT as your avatar to fight, I think there's nothing really in the space for that right now, and I think it would encourage more mass adoption. It would be really cool to bring your NFTs to life and play with them. But the thing is, like, a lot of NFTs are just from the waist up, and you got to kind of generate the legs and stuff like that. So I don't know what's the process for doing stuff like that, and all this a lot of work. But
Yeah, Fahim, are you a developer or do you have a play to earn game in mind?
Yeah, so we're a team of 9, and we are so 3 of us are game developers, game designers, game developers, and then we have 1 or 2 full-time engineers who we're working with. We have a couple games in mind, and we're just looking at the. So I'd say those games are in the polish stage. They're workable. We want to make it kind of like a web arcade, kind of like the Congregate games or Mini Clip back in the day. So the pieces we're currently, I'd say, like 70% done with are the 2 mini games. One is a Defender style, and the other is a kind of a Flappy Bird style game. So we just basically wanted to provide those and to have playable NFTs. So your characters will be the NFTs, and those would be the sprites for the game. So we were looking to Stargaze kind of for the minting side, and I think we spent a lot of time on the art in the game, and now we're coming on to the blockchain piece. So just kind of looking at what's been done before, what is a solid mint strategy in terms of like what's going to make sure we have like a fair launch and everything. Been reading up a lot about that. So I'd be really interested to hear like I got one of the first Federation banners. So a NFT mint like that, just kind of an overview of how the project management is handled. Like say you have the art ready to go or you have the games ready to go. And now we're at the point where we want to decentralize, we want to mint, and we want everybody to be able to play this game. What are the things left? I think a lot of the content we've taken care of, and we kind of led with that. So now we're looking into the blockchain piece. As far as the tokenomics and everything like that goes, we're thinking that the games themselves will be free to play, even if you don't have an NFT with us. Kind of like get you into the ecosystem, and we're building a universe. It's a cosmic ostriches is the kind of the description I'll give you right now. We're planning on launching our first demo in the next 2 weeks. So I can give more info when we've launched it, but we're just doing the last bit of polish on those first 2 games right now. So that's kind of the state of things.
And great. Yeah, I mean, definitely start with the art first. NFTs traditionally right now are a piece of art. So it's great that y'all have spent a lot of time on it and excited to see what they are. We have a few projects that have games on the roadmap. I think War Cats is the most recent one. Cosmic Horizon. I'm gonna mute one of you guys.
Oh, I can mute.
Maybe a little feedback. Cosmic Horizon was another one, as well as Andromedaverse. So they're all building games, and they started off with the art. So I would say take it step by step because it is a long, complicated process. But you do have a large team of people with you to help out. So it sounds like y'all are on a pretty good map.
Awesome. So I'll obviously continue attending these meetings. Is there another? I also joined the Discord group. Is there a specific, like if we wanted to say like introduce the demo, get some initial feedback, is there a spot you'd recommend or specific?
Yeah, definitely the Discord and the creator channel is like for you to talk to other creators and producers of NFTs. If you're looking for more information on the development side, there's a development category. I think I do have a little feedback with you right now. So we do have the development category, and that's where you can get help with Stargaze tools, see the documentation, get faucet for testnet, and talk with the other developers. The core devs do check those channels relatively often. So if you want to, have a text conversation with them, that's the best place to do it.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Yeah. All right, guys. Any questions? I think Anya had to head out, but we still do have OG stars here and Shane. So any questions about marketplace, the new contract, or for OG stars, please ask away. You guys are already OGs, so you guys know everything. You guys have read all the Twitter threads.
I just wanted to bring up one more little idea here, since there's some people in here. If you guys are interested and want to help develop this, instead of like the find a team section, to kind of develop a site and a platform where it starts becoming like a more organized, easier way for people to find, people that are good at coding, people that are good at graphic design, people that are good at video design, and things like that. So if you guys are interested in getting something like that up to make it easier for people to collaborate and eventually turn into like some maybe freelance ecosystem or something where people can easily do that, and basically they'll put in money in an escrow, and then once it's approved for the job, and they'll get funded. I know that's probably harder than it seems, but if you guys are interested in starting something like that, hit me up.
Also, very importantly, I forgot to mention that we do have audio and video enabled now for NFTs. So you just upload your content to IPFS and it'll get displayed on Stargaze's site. So yeah, we're open for all AV projects now. Suryad, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm curious. This is a question for OG stars. You mentioned that royalties are going to impoverished areas. What were you thinking? Do you have a roadmap for that?
Yeah, there's no roadmap. It's just a nonprofit ministry called Little Jerusalem. They're a verified organization, and everything's going to be funded through one of the biggest charity websites, which is called Give Send Go, and everything will be tracked. So as royalties come in, I'll put like an announcement every like 2 weeks or whenever it's a good amount, and kind of show when I took out the royalties, and then show the blockchain transaction, and then also show the transaction on the Give Send Go website that matches that same amount that I traded for. So, and then I will be uploading pictures and videos and stuff, so if people are curious about monitoring the progress there. Like the first thing, like I said, the first project that we're doing is the community kitchen, which is only like $750 to get things going there, since $1 goes pretty far. And yeah, and eventually, if this thing picks up traction and stuff, we will kind of expand to other areas that people might, maybe they know of an area that needs a lot of help, and we could start targeting those areas. But the main area is this area in Bulgaria, to this little organization called Little Jerusalem, through the Give Send Go website. I'm not sure if that answered your question.
Yeah, it did. Thank you. I think that also Gift and Go is tied to Amazon, right?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure on that though.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Shane, is there anything you want to tell us about the marketplace contract, or any favorite feature you have there for yourself?
I can talk a little bit about kind of how the process works. So right now is going through governance to get uploaded to the chain, and then the next part of it is instantiate, which takes another governance cycle, so another 3 days. So looks like it's going to get in there kind of late Monday. So that's kind of like the target time for launch. Favorite features, the contract is like really full featured. It has, like, if you guys have used Square or any of the other marketplaces like that, it has pretty much like every feature that you would want. But the front end is built out all the way. So we're gonna keep adding features over time, over the next month or so. I think my favorite feature is probably collection bidding, where you can bid across the whole collection at once. So then if you have an NFT in a collection and you want to list it, you can get a sale immediately. You can just, if there's collection bids on the collection, you can just, you can sell it immediately instead of waiting. So I think that's my favorite feature.
Yeah, I like that, the collection bid. So because there's no front end, but the contract will be instantiated, does that mean people can use those features through the CLI?
Yeah, but definitely don't want to. That's not next, right? So we will be adding pretty soon, but the initial version of it is just going to have fixed price bidding. So you'll have it's pretty much like a buy now button. So you'll be able to list your NFTs at a price that you want, and anyone can come in and buy it at that price. So that's going to be the initial kind of fee on Monday. And then over time, we'll start having multiple bids, collection bidding, being able to sell to a private address. So you can, if you're selling it to some specific person, you can put in their address. There's some other interesting things in there too, like a finder's fee. So you can possibly imagine like Hubble Tools or some other third-party tool that's building on top of Stargaze. If they facilitate bidding or listing, they can earn a little bit of a fee for that. It's kind of like an affiliate.
Yeah, I also like the studio feature so that you can, have access to your Discords or, private rooms while your NFTs are for sale. That's a pretty cool one.
Yeah, I think that's a big one too. And there's just a lot of like we've done, I think that makes it kind of nice. For example, you don't have to like approve and list at the same time. Like on Ethereum, you had to do it 2 separate transactions. You had to approve it first and then you had to list it. Because we're built on Cosmos, we could send 2 transactions at once. So we tried to make the UX like, if you use Launchpad and if you mint it on Stargaze, the UX for Marketplace is going to be hopefully just as smooth or better.
Great, thanks. I think we got Time Slice on. You got a question?
Greetings, gentlemen. So, for the future of the marketplace, is there a planned web-based experience for creators as opposed to a command line?
Yes, that's definitely in the works. Actually, today I think I talked to other people that asked for the same thing. But yeah, we have started. So gonna have to basically launch kind of like a smaller collection from the front end. So this is more towards like one-on-ones. So if you're a creator and you maybe only have a collection of like 10 or something, you'll be able to go to like a nice friendly UI and be able to upload and have it automatically upload to IDFS and kind of do that easily through the UI. We started with kind of like the command line tool because some of our initial creators wanted to do these kind of like larger collections where you kind of have to work from the command line anyway. So so we're definitely working on nice friendly UI around it.
Awesome. And is there going to be the ability to create more than 10,000 in a collection?
Right now, no, but we could. That number could be. Is just that when you go over 10,000, it kind of slows down the front end a bit. Like even right now, the wallet is kind of slow because it has to go through like all the collections and find which ones that you own. But yeah, that's something that we do want to increase that number at some point.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. Any more questions for Shane or OG Stars? Okay. Well, maybe we'll call it a little early today, huh, guys? It was a great Thursday. Thanks for joining us, and looking forward to a Freshman Friday and Marketplace next week. So you guys have a good day, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.